How much time do you spend every day thinking about your drinking water? The reality is that even if your tap water meets federal standards, that doesn't necessarily mean it's free of contaminants. Depending on where you live, your water may contain PFAS, also known as forever chemicals, heavy metals like lead or arsenic, pesticide remnants, pharmaceutical drugs, hormone residues, chlorine byproducts, nitrates from agriculture, and increasingly microplastics. To make matters worse, federal regulations that made testing for some of these things mandatory are no longer required, and prohibited dumping in some of our waterways has now been allowed again. In 2026, the mandated federal budget for ensuring that all states had sufficient clean drinking water was slashed from $3 billion to less than $3 million. There's never been a better time to get serious about your drinking water. In fact, a study from the U.S. Geological Survey estimated that roughly 45% of tap water in the United States contains detectable PFAS or PFAS. These chemicals have been linked in research to increased risk of certain cancers, thyroid disease, immune dysfunction, elevated cholesterol, endometriosis, preterm birth, preeclampsia, and more. Water is also one of the main sources of microplastics in our body. And according to studies, there have been microplastics detected in the human heart, the testes, the brain, and even the placenta. And when I say detected, I mean up to a tablespoon worth of it per individual. One of the biggest reasons many health experts recommend filtering your water is that it reduces all of these unnecessary exposures. So let's talk about your options. The most affordable option is a countertop filter or a water pitcher. These typically cost anywhere from about $30 to $600, depending on the system. Basic carbon filters improve taste and remove chlorine. But higher-end countertop reverse osmosis systems like AquaTrue can also remove PFAS, heavy metals, microplastics, pesticides, and many other contaminants. Filter replacements generally run every 6 to 12 months, although some internal filters last up to 2 years. Now, reverse osmosis systems also remove beneficial minerals like calcium and magnesium, so it's ideal to either choose a model that remineralizes the water or then remember to add back the minerals yourself. The next option you have is an under-the-sink reverse osmosis system. These usually cost between $300 and $1,000, not including installation. They're considered more convenient because they're built directly into your kitchen sink, and they generally remove 90 to 99% of contaminants. And also, their filters often last longer. So this is another great option. But again, it's a reverse osmosis system, so you'll have to remineralize or buy a system that adds back the minerals for you. Then there is the whole house filtration system, and these are the premium top-of-the-line options. They typically range between $1,500 to over $6,000 installed. They filter water coming into your entire home, so you're also reducing exposure while showering and bathing. However, most whole house systems do not use reverse osmosis because it would waste too much water and dramatically reduce household pressure. Instead, they typically use activated carbon and specialized mediums that are excellent for removing chlorine, sediment, and many chemicals, and in some systems, PFAS. Many people pair a whole house filter with a reverse osmosis system at the kitchen sink for drinking water. You may have also heard of the Berkey filters. Now, Berkey filters use gravity-fed filtration and have long been popular because they don't require electricity or plumbing. They can reduce many contaminants, but unlike many reverse osmosis systems, not every Berkey has a third-party NSF certification. So make sure that you kind of check for what certification it does have and what it does remove, because they don't all remove the same amount of contaminants. So what's the best option? If your budget isn't an issue, I'd recommend a whole house filtration system combined with a reverse osmosis drinking water system at your kitchen sink. And that will give you the broadest protection throughout your home. If that's outside your budget, a quality countertop reverse osmosis system is probably the most inexpensive. And if even that isn't possible, you can just opt for bottled water, but make sure that you choose bottled water that comes in glass bottles and not plastic bottles. That way you're minimizing your exposure to plastics. Brands like Mountain Valley, Spring Water, Gerolsteiner, and Aquapana are commonly recommended because they're sold in glass and have generally performed well in independent testing. Although no bottled water is completely immune from contamination, interestingly enough, the FDA tested nearly 200 bottles of water and found only a small number of detectable PFAS, and none exceeded the current EPA drinking water limits. So I would say that your bottled water option in a glass bottle is a pretty good option as well. At the end of the day, you don't have to be perfect, but filtering your water is one of the simplest ways to reduce your exposure to contaminants that you will come into contact with otherwise every single day. Remember, small improvements can really add up over a lifetime. For specific product recommendations, be sure to have a look at our Clean Water Resource Guide.